All right, looks like I am live. Sunday night here. I have no plan, just chilling. I could have just made some videos, but I figure, all right, try a live stream, see what's going on. As you can see, Johnny Depp here with almost 30,000 posts is trending, so that's going to mainly talk about. And kind of incredible, man. I mean, a lot of trends just 5,000, 10,000. I mean, some of them blow up, but a lot of trends can hit like 2K or something, and 30K is pretty nifty, as I've heard people say before. Warning, if you're watching this back as a replay, it might not be that fun because I kind of wait for people to drift in as time goes on. So the beginning's going to be kind of fluff. We'll just skip ahead. I don't know. I'm going to predict 10 or 15 minutes from now. It'll be a bit more interesting. But for now, I'm just going to kind of chill and have some hot chocolate and wait for some people to kind of slowly drift in. What's up, Osaka? Osaka, nice to see you. So this here is actually me in a bookstore with my son, and I got him this. I don't know how to describe it. They're like these rubber dolls, kind of. They're like filled with sand, and you stretch them out, but you don't know what you're buying. There's like 16 different ones, and it's always different. So it's like we kind of got addicted to buying them because it's always like you want to get that rare one. So here he is opening it. And this has nothing to do with Johnny Depp, but I'm just going to, like I said, chill for a little while till at least 20 people get here or something. And he's going to open it up. And that's him. And he's actually very, very cute. I know he's my kid. And I know people say your own kids look cuter to you, but he really, really is. So just saying. And this is it. And it's coming out. And it's like a blue prehistoric crocodile. And it's just such a great thing. It was only like $5. And there's the book. And that's it. I mean, that's the whole video. That's the whole thing, man. So anyway, good morning, John. What's up, Debbie? I'm kind of having chocolate. What I meant to say was I'm having hot chocolate, which is similar to coffee. They're both hot and they're both something you drink slowly. You could have with cookies or whatever. And yeah, he loves it. But believe it or not, he wants a new one the next day. If you have kids, you buy something they wanted so bad, and then they use it for a couple of days, and they're already kind of thinking about what they want to buy next. So, oh, it's a no-win situation. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. I'm going to click on this Depp right here. And obviously, he was, I mean, not obviously, but I'm sure a lot of people might know Johnny was playing with this guy from Italy. He's an opera singer or something. Well, thank you, Debbie. I'm sure he would appreciate that. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, thank you. I'm bad at taking compliments. It's the worst part about me. What can I say? Just honest. But anyway. Right. So I think the guy's Andrea Bocelli, I think the guy's name. Johnny played with him pretty recently. Johnny hung out with Ed Sheeran in the backstage and Russell Crowe, who's actually an amazing actor. And I thought he was kind of some action dude because I first saw him in Gladiator and I was like, okay, it's just some action dude. But Russell Crowe can act, man. So he was like great in Gladiator. But all right, yep. So there's a lot of new footage of Johnny out. I like this look. It kind of looks like his Dior look a little bit, but like a little bit more well dressed, right? It looks like his kind of Dior style, but like the suit version. And Dior actually recently promoted Johnny as something. I was gonna make a video, but I get busy and you know, I don't know, just getting some news on my cell phone, but I'm gonna ignore it and keep going. What I was trying to say is I was gonna make a video about Dior recently supporting Johnny in a tweet, but I forgot and I lost it or something like that. But Dior has been supporting Johnny, and they always have, so that's good on that. There's Kamala Harris and Johnny Depp's personal assistant trying to convince him to take a shower. It's not really making fun of her, but it's not exactly flattering. It's a little weird. I guess it looks like at least she used shampoo that time. All right. Anyway, uh, Johnny Depp, you will also be so loved. That's a pretty good one. Pretty blurry though. So anyway, what's up, JJ? Nice to see you. I remember you coming around for a long time. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much. Chill out. I can't promise a ton of fun tonight because I don't have a plan. I'm just chilling. I have no guests at the moment. Maybe Josh will come on. Maybe Osaka-chan will come on. You can come on if you want tonight. We're just chilling. Johnny Depp once assured Hunter S. Thompson he was beating Kate Moss enough. She gets a severe beating. Okay, guess whatever. All right. UC Irvin professor claims Johnny Depp's guards attacked her. Okay. All right. This is by this Danny person who's a little bit out of reality. So, yeah. All right. Well, okay. What happens is when somebody trends, it's like 90% good, but then a lot of the negative ones get in too because of the same hashtags and things. So, all right. Honestly, this looks kind of fake to me. I mean, I don't know. It looks a little fake, but anyway. Oh, right. Arnie Hammer talked about Johnny Depp and Piers Morgan. That's a video I should make. What's up, Die for JD? You are still a member. Cheers to you. You've really helped the channel. I mean, you've been here so long. Over the years, you've definitely helped the channel be what it is now, which is less than it was because the whole court case is over, but it's still what it is now. If that made sense. Yep, WTF is right. Yeah, it looks fake. It looks fake. It sounds like a stupid thing. Like, I mean, it's a stupid thing. Like, some people use the words like, did you ever say like I'm gonna kill you? Like, oh, I'm gonna kill you to your brother, your sister, or whatever. People just use words, like it's not like, what's up, Michelle? Nice to see you. Holy Cross, that's an interesting name. Sometimes people use words, not every time it's supposed to be taken literally. Jesus Christmas, man. All right, maybe he meant beating like in a game of chess or something, like there's just so many uses for words. I used to say all the time when I was younger, I'm going to kill him. And it was like in a loving way too. You could say things like that. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kick his ass, right? Something like that. Like I'm going to kick his ass until he does his homework and passes that math test or something. Then it's like someone clips out you saying, I'm going to kick his ass about your son. And they're like, you're abusing him. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I said kick his ass because, that's just a phrase. All right. All right. Osaka link is there. So if you want to jump in, you can. Gonna chill for about an hour, see what happens. If for some reason stuff gets real lively, then I might stay on. But about an hour, something like that. All right, so there is negative stuff trending in as well. So, all right. Depp supporter hoping for violence against women and her toddler. Okay. Not really. I mean, it's not a nice thing to say, but it's not violence against her. I hope people discover and recognize her living in the life. Excuse me, take two. I hope people discover and recognize her living in her life in Spain and chuck rocks and eggs at her house. Well, that's not nice, but that's not abuse, like violent. Like throwing eggs at someone's house and rocks is pretty bad, but it's not necessarily intended to hurt someone. You know. Yep. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I notice it. Johnny will always be trending, whether it's good or bad. Yeah, I mean, but I'll always be covering it. I mean, I guess hypothetically, somewhere down the line, I'll have a job that's a little better than now, and I could do YouTube like just for fun because I still do it, to pay bills and things like that. It's kind of a part-time job, although I would do it for free, and I've done it for free for a long time. But at some point, I'll be able to loosen up and do like 5 videos a week instead of like 14. I do 14 videos a week. I do 2 a day. Sometimes I miss one, but it's a pretty solid average of 14 videos a day. So it's pretty tiring, believe it or not. All right, what do we think of this one? Wait, I guess Johnny got a haircut. Yeah, Johnny got a haircut, I think. Wait, Osaka, I gave you a link. It's right here. Unless your husband started playing video games or something. All right, these guys look pretty happy to meet Johnny, I guess. 21 Jump Street. I still remember that goddamn opening theme song, man. 21 Jump Street. Who could forget that? That's like just the most unforgettable like opening theme song ever. So let me reboot my PC. Okay. I'll let you reboot as many times as you want. You can reboot your PC until tomorrow morning. I won't stop you. I guess just let me know when you're ready. And Adam says, "Fuck Dior." Ooh, fuck Dior. Woo. Like that's gonna do anything. Like I'm gonna have a post that's gonna say "fuck Dior," and for some reason Dior is gonna suffer some kind of a loss. They're gonna take some kind of a hit from some loser saying "fuck Dior." I'll drink to that. But of course, I'll drink hot chocolate with nice melted marshmallows in them. How's about them apples? Still can't believe Barbie was the better movie. All right, maybe. I don't know. After having troubles with ex-wife, it's bringing back Johnny Depp in post Amber Heard trial. Wait, I read that wrong. I don't know what that guy's saying. Allegations are only put on rich, famous people. They ruin the lives of regular people. Money and fame definitely helps, and also Johnny Depp was very affected. All right. I guess that guy's on Johnny's side. This is a. I just yawned, by the way, but I held it in. But I'm always tired, man. I'm always exhausted. All right, so I guess these are the characters Johnny played. Not all of them, but most of them. That looks like Donnie Brasco right there. I didn't know Johnny played a pot dealer, but I'm sure someone out there knows. And to be honest, I haven't seen that many Johnny movies, man. Could be more. I mean, I've seen a few, but yeah, okay. I've seen a few, but I actually need to see more. But the thing is, I don't watch movies, so I just never have time to watch movies. Right, right. Redigaging gives us nightmares even when it's not Johnny Depp. Okay, whatever that means. So, the theory was that if they make a young Pirates Caribbean TV show or something like that, they could get away with not using Johnny because that way it would be a young Jack Sparrow. So, of course, it could be played by Johnny. So, they think they've got a way around it. They could still have Jack Sparrow, but not have it be Johnny, but have it be acceptable. But yeah, I got to say, N. I just clicked off my studio. No technical difficulty. Computer's fine. I just clicked off for a second. Okay. What I was saying was that they think they can get around using Johnny by having a young Captain Jack, and that way they'd keep some of the fans because it's Jack Sparrow, but it doesn't really matter. But it's not the worst idea, to be honest. It's yeah, you know. All right, I lost it again. I keep clicking off this. Or I'm kind of out here. It's possible that these trends have already ended. No, probably not. Let's see what else we got. I may add Johnny Depp because he's also hot as F. Yeah, okay, I mean, fine. I won't disagree. I honestly don't know. I have an idea, but I don't know for sure. Margot Robbie, Kristen Stewart, and Lily Rose Depp together in Paris, 2018. Oh, that's pretty nice. Right. Yeah, sure. I didn't know about that. It's a long time ago already. Look at that. Hmm. What's up, Lisa? Nice to see you. Johnny gets free haircuts now. Okay, well, even if Johnny didn't get free haircuts, he could probably afford as many as he wants. So, but yeah, I guess that would be nice for Johnny to get free haircuts. Yeah. Meghan Markle is also trending, and I guess we'll take a look at that. The way Johnny Depp has his hand at the back of his fans' heads when he hugs them, small detail that shows how genuinely he cares. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he does it to the dudes, but yeah, just saying. I mean, there's a subject I'm going to probably have to get into at some point about Johnny Depp, and I just have to get into it because, like, the truth is, I've got a lot of women who are Johnny Depp fans, and that's great, and I've got along great with everybody for a very long time. But I think there's people out there that think like Johnny Depp isn't like a guy, like he's not a dude. I think people have this fantasy that like Johnny Depp is some special romantic guy who's looking for the love of his life and he's not like attracted to like hot young ass. And he is. Trust me. He must be. Like it's just obviously, you know, I'm just thinking like rock stars, as you know. Okay, I don't know. I hope he does hug dudes, but the question is, does he do that hand thing? I know he hugs dudes, Lisa, but I'm getting critical here. The post here is saying it's the hand on the back of the head that adds that extra touch, right? So what I'm saying is, does he do that to guys with the hand on the back of the head? Everyone hugs guys. That's not the question. The question is, does he do that? The hand thing. Are you still here? Are you listening? Do you understand? All right. Jonathan Prince is loyal. They never support Parks. Yeah, I agree. I agree for the most part, you know. But anyway, what I'm saying is I think Johnny's a dude like every other dude. I think he's no different than every other dude who just likes young, attractive women, and that's it. And some people think Johnny's waiting for like the perfect relationship where, obviously he's going to be cautious with his next relationship, obviously. But I still think he's going to be with someone who's attracted to, who's going to be a lot younger than him. And that's it. I mean, that's it. That's just naturally what he's going to go for. He's not some isolated artist who's looking for some special romantic love. I just don't think that's the case. I think he just wants to be happy for his final decade of, probably being able to be with a woman. And, that's what he's thinking. And that's it. I don't know for sure, but, I just tend to think biologically Johnny's no different than just me or any other guy I know. But he's a much better actor than we are. You will never get me to believe that allegations ruin lives in a world where Chris Brown, Johnny Depp, Malene Martinez, Woody Allen, Brad Pitt, Jonathan Majors, and Donald Trump exist. And they put and she puts Donald Trump in caps. No, what I'm saying is is that there are fans out there who think Johnny is different than other men and he's kind of this hopeless romantic who's looking for some perfect relationship. And I read like, 50 comments a day or 25 comments a day. I don't know, maybe not 50, but I read at least like 25 comments a day. And there's fans out there who think Johnny is like this like perfect person who's taking his time with relationships and he's not looking for a 25, 27-year-old hot girl anymore. And I could tell you probably that's not true. He's probably going to go for what he's attracted to, and that's because it's natural, right? He's not looking for like a sophisticated 40-year-old, whatever to be his special soulmate. I hear people say it's just not. I just don't think he can. I just don't think men are generally like that. Anyway, that's my opinion from my experience as being a dude for my whole life. Anyway, looks like Osaka-chan cannot be with us tonight. Johnny Depp should come back. We love Johnny Depp. He just has to find, I would say, I think going for the young age and the hotness is fine. He just needs to find somebody career-minded. He might love Vanessa, but not physically. She's way too old for him to be attracted to right now, okay? Like, men are attracted to younger, youthful women naturally. And Vanessa Paradis is what, in her 50s right now? He loves her like a sister. He's got feelings for her, but he's never going to dream about holding her and kissing her and, swimming naked with her, in the pool. He's going to be thinking about, like, yeah, I'd love to have some long talks with her, have some nice dinners with her and things like that. But it's not a romantic sexual love anymore. So, and that's it. I mean, I would, I would bet my life savings. So whether she's remarried or not, it's not the point. She's just too old for him. Johnny is not going to get with a lady who's like 50 years old or 40 years old, probably. I think the youngest Johnny's going to end up with is, I'd say, 35 or under. I'd be very surprised if the next woman Johnny was with was over 35. I'd be pretty surprised. It could be. It could be. But if so, she would be. Well, I guess anyone he's going to go with is going to be gorgeous. But, just saying, she'd be pretty perfect, like, all the way around. But you never know. There are exceptions. I think Keanu Reeves is dating an older woman or something. Well, it will be weird. No, I know. We're talking hypothetical, Lisa. I'm not talking factual. Just hypothetically speaking, I think there are some women who think Johnny Depp is just this special, different guy when it comes to being attracted to women, and I think he's not. He's probably just the same. What's shallow? What's shallow? I mean, anything shallow. Like women don't like men who are short and don't make money, and it's not because they don't want to fall in love with these men. It's because naturally women they look for stability and they look for support and they look for security. Right? And a guy who's like really short or shorter than them doesn't have that image of safety and security. And a guy who's got no money doesn't have that security either. So women are attracted to guys who have money and taller than them. Men are attracted to women who are younger than them. That's it. It's a fact of biology. It's not shallow. You can't change it. That's how it is. I mean, I think people got to hear it more because that's just how the world is. And that's it. I mean, is it shallow? Kind of, but it's also biology. So there ain't nothing anyone could do about it. And that's just it. That's just the way it is. The rest is just words. Those are the facts of life. I mean, would a woman be shallow for not liking a short guy who's like 5'2"? Is that shallow? Because women generally do not like that. Who wants to be with someone that loves you just because of your looks? Well, it's not just because of your looks, but that's part of it. Your looks is like one part of 4 or 5 things about the person. I didn't say it would be one thing, but I'm saying that thing's going to have to be there is what I'm saying, right? So what I think and what I said about Jason Momoa is the reason he left what's her face? Lisa Bonet is because she was getting too old for him. She was 52. He was like 10 years younger. He was not attracted, and he's in good health. He's very functional as a man, and he doesn't want to, live the rest of his life only being with one woman who's older than him when he could be having either someone much younger or multiple women because you only live once. And that's what people think. 20-year-old has elected discuss, enhance, interesting life to check. It depends. I mean, this is another thing women commonly say. is that 20 is a bit young. I was thinking more like 25, but like men generally aren't looking for like a very, very deep conversation. Like how deep do you think the conversation needs to go, right? Like when I talk to girls who are like 25, 26, I'm just like, "Where are you from?" "What part of Japan are you from?" They tell me. Then I start talking about some food they like, and then we could talk for an hour or 2. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what age you are. They're not it's not like they're 12 and they're like, "Well, what do you mean politics?" I'm like, once you're, like, at a college level, you could discuss anything, and it's kind of fresh, to be honest, to talk to somebody who's got, like, this view in the world, and you could just kind of share experiences with them, and it's a little bit better in a way than someone like your own age who's hardened up and knows all the shit you know and has had all the experiences you've had and things. And it's kind of actually more fun and interesting talking to someone young who's, just hearing things for the first time or contemplating things for the first time and seeing that reaction. And there's a lot of great things about talking to young people, and women are kind of like, well, they're not interesting. And honestly, it's kind of the opposite. I said looks have to be part of it, not just for looks. It's part of it, right? Like women wouldn't go for a guy just because he's tall. That's part of it. But there's got to be other elements too, right? Tall, some money, some looks, some personality, but it's one part of it. That's all. Thank you. Hey, and a nice picture there. So, right, don't simplify it like it's just looks. You know, it's not. But it's a requirement. It's a requirement of the job, is what I'm saying. So, yeah. No, I mean, I've had a conversation. Um, I guess with this nurse, she was 24, and just we talked for so long, and like if she was like 44 or like 38, closer to my age, the conversation would have been a lot different, right? I don't know, it just she wouldn't be as fascinated with like what I was saying about my life and things because she would have lived it all, you know? Like I talk about my kids and things, and someone who's 24, she don't have kids. She's looking forward to that. So we could talk about like what's that like getting married, what's having kids like, because she doesn't know. If she was 38, she'd be like, yeah, I've got kids too. Oh, I know what that's like. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What's up, Deborah? Nice to see you. And what I was gonna say about Johnny is forget the age. It's about her mindset. He wants to find somebody who is career driven and not driven on and not being like an actress, right? Amber Heard, I guess you could technically say was career driven. I mean like a lawyer or somebody who's interested in doing something with their life and not just meeting him and being whisked away with all the money and fame, right? Someone who's like a lawyer or doing something, if you get my drift. An actress, I don't mean actress or musician because those careers fizzle out, right? And those careers are used, you could use Johnny to enhance those careers. I mean something that Johnny would have like nothing to do with, like an eye doctor. Like if Johnny married an eye doctor, I'd be like, oh yeah, she's like a 27-year-old eye doctor. So she's not using him to like get to be a famous eye doctor. That's what she wants to do for a living. That's what she'll continue doing or something like that, you know? So think more about career and mindset than age, if that makes sense. And she's obviously going to be physically attractive because he's got no reason to go with someone who's not physically attractive because physically attractive people have personalities too. I mean, it's possible. I mean, who didn't what's his face? What's his face? That guy in Pacino have like a kid at like 83 or something recently or something? If he has a lot of money and thinks you're hot, yeah, I mean, it's natural. Like I used to think when I was younger, like women liking men with money is shallow. I used to just think that for a long time, but then I realized it's not the money. It's not really money. It's just the need for security. So, you know, it's not really about money. It's about not having to worry. So that's why they're attracted to that. But I didn't get that for a while. I kind of thought it was the money, buy the Louis Vuitton. Oh, wants a Mercedes. Oh, wants to eat fancy dinners. And sure, who doesn't? But it's mostly about the security. Well, I don't want a Mercedes, but I'd probably take more of like a BMW or some kind of Porsche or something. But you get my drift. Mercedes they break down a lot. Right, Al Pacino. Right. Didn't he just have a baby and his wife was like 41 or 42 or something like that? Right? So yeah, so Johnny still can well have kids. I heard men are fertile until 65, but I guess it's maybe even older. I don't know, but at least 65. So yeah, Johnny's good. Um, the only thing is, I wouldn't really want to be a father starting in my 60s because you're not going to see a lot of that kid's life, and he's going to have like an older father growing up. So, but I guess he'll have a legacy to leave the kids, so it would be better than most people. It would be better than it would for most people. Put it that way. The kid wouldn't be so disappointed. Like, my father is a little old, but he left me like $100 million. So wouldn't be that bad. Anyway, Johnny Depp stands are acting like effing weirdos. I don't know, man. That looks fake too. That looks fake too. I mean, seriously. I that's just such bad text. First of all, second of all, they've got a .com up here, so maybe I could like go and find that. Okay, what's up, Daisy? Nice to see you. Boyfriend that drives. That shouldn't be so hard. I don't know. I haven't lived in a country that required a car in a long time. Well, this country does, but I haven't lived in a city that required a car for a long time, so I don't know. But I hope that comes to you. I can't really help you, but I hope that comes to you, and it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard. I think a lot of guys, at least on the base level, drive. So anyway, I don't know. Tom and Jerry. Dior replaces Palestinian Bella Hadid with Israeli model as brand ambassador. Okay. All right, there's a pic I never seen. All right, that must be Will Smith's son and Johnny Depp. Okay, here's the one with Ed Sheeran. I'm not a big fan. I guess Ed's all right. He's one of those musicians where I'm like, he's got talent, but it's not catching me the right way. I'm just his tunes are just not catching me. Where I'm like, yeah, this is good. I like this. I could listen to this a couple of times. Just not connecting. But he's got talent and he's got some good musical influences. He's got some good taste. What's up, Bernice? Bernice, thank you so much for being a member for so long. You've been a member for like, I don't know, it's been a long time. It's definitely over a year, probably at least 2 now. So gotta give you a cheers with my hot chocolate. And now my marshmallows are very melted. My marshmallows are very, very melted. All right. 20 months. Yeah, so it's been well over a year, going on 2 years. Yeah, I am in your debt. If there's anything you need, you let me know. I can't provide much because I'm just sitting here behind a screen, but you can let me know and I'll see what I could do. I know you're in Massachusetts. My uncle lives in Massachusetts. It's pretty good. I don't know. Been there quite a few times when I was younger, visiting my uncle. Used to visit him like once a year. So I've been to Mass probably at least like 6 or 7 times. And my uncle was like, I'll take you for some good Mexican. And to be honest, Mexican food in Massachusetts was not that good, but he tried. I've never told him that. He took me for a burrito in Massachusetts, and I remember it being, meh. Better than Japan probably, but not so great. 38 months. Wow, that is insane. You must have been one of the first members of the channel. 38 months. That's crazy. I am in your debt. I got to take a screenshot of that. Let's see. 38 divided by 12. That's 3 years and 1 month. So I am in your debt. I owe you. Yep. Yep. Oh, Bernice, you do whatever you want. Watch 1, watch 2, watch 0, watch 5. It is totally up to you. There's no incredible news. Some things getting around with Eminem and Ed Sheeran, and obviously Johnny's moving on and doing stuff. But yeah, obviously we're out in the open sea now. There's really no path to follow. Just kind of doing what I can. What's up, Andrea? Nice to see you, and thank you for the comments on the channel. I'm just chilling out. I got no big news. Just some random stuff going on. Who's this guy? It's probably what I'm going to look like in like 10 years. I mean, I'm going to be trim and I'm going to stay muscular and as long as I can. 4 months. I don't think it's been that long. Yeah, you do whatever you want. I'm in your debt. 20 months as a member is incredible. I'm in your debt. Watch as much or as little as you want. Why would this person... Why would you tag Jeremy on this? He's awesome. Love his content. With him. But he thinks Johnny Depp is a Hollywood weirdo. Okay. Anyway. All right. So this guy tagged D-Day Cobra, who not even gonna say he's an acquaintance, but I talked to him a few times. I've talked to him a few times back in the day, and we've done one live stream together. It was pretty epic, actually. But anyway, and he tagged this guy Jeremy in this Johnny forum, but Jeremy doesn't like Johnny so much. I mean, look, Jeremy, I gotta tell you, he's a real cool guy. He's real nice. He's helped me out, but he just doesn't like Johnny Depp because he's very far on the right side of the aisle. And Johnny Depp's, made some comments of, like, I want to kill the president, that kind of thing, or whatever the hell happened there. And point is, this guy tagged him, and I don't see why. Whatever. How the actual F am I still seeing people talk about that Johnny Depp Amber Heard shit? All right. Good. Hey, this is a good point, right? But I've explained this, like, over and over, because anytime when I title a video Amber Heard, it's still going to get more views than if I don't title it about her. But I'm talking about how her fans are reacting and defending her in this day and age now. I'm not talking about Amber so much. I'll talk about her when, like, Daily Mail paparazzis and things follow her around once in a while. But people criticize me for talking about Amber, and she's the context around the video, but I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about her crazy fans and her supporting them. So that's what I'm going to tell this guy. Well, here, I'm answering chats live. Here's the thing. I make videos about her fans and how they still defend her on X and Reddit, etc. But the videos aren't actually about Amber herself. Oh, anyway, I'm getting tired. Thank you for that. I'm member 5. Yeah, I'm a member on 2 myself. I just support people once. All right, we got to stock it. Are you typing something?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure I got it to work.
Do you have a new background there? There we go. You have something flashing in the background.
This?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, it's just the new glass that's on it. It has a baby Grogu right there.
It's better than what I got.
It was just black before. It's just been replaced.
Okay. Did you hear about the Acolyte?
That garbage? Glad
Did
it's
you
over.
watch it? I haven't watched it, but it seems
It's
like
terrible. It is
it seems
stupid.
it seems really ridiculous. But like, aren't you a woman? They're supposed to be,
Just because you flash
getting
other
the
women
female.
in front of me doesn't automatically I'm gonna like, oh yeah, I love it. Like, no, it was bad. Acting was bad. The only good real actor in it was probably the guy who played Soul, the guy from Squid Games.
Right. But I heard the role and the dialogue was crappy, so we couldn't really do much with it.
He learned English to be on the show. So the story, the script was just awful. So he did the best he could with whatever materials they gave
It's still
him.
going to help his career, whether the show was shit or not. They still see what he's doing personally, so it's
Oh,
just
people gonna forget about the Acolyte when Squid Game 2 comes out.
Right, but he'll still have it to show people that he did it when he goes to get the next job. So it's still going to help him.
He already has a pretty successful career, like to begin with, so it's not really gonna tarnish him.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a net positive overall. It's not going to hold him back. The people who hire him for his talent are not going to worry about how bad or good the show did. They're going to know why it did bad anyway.
Yeah.
And, it is a complete mess. Like, ugh. Anyway.
Yeah, my camera and my mic wasn't working, so I literally had to download a new browser to get it to work because it just wasn't recognizing. I'm like, why is it doing it? It works on Discord, it works on everything else. I was like, I'm like, that's weird. So
what is Johnny doing these days? Johnny just played with some like pretty damn famous opera singer or something at some concert. He's got his new cartoon movie out and he's releasing tarot cards. So Johnny's actually been pretty busy this last couple of weeks. I actually had somebody
enjoying life.
I had somebody say, I don't know if they were serious or not, and somebody who's been watching my channel for over 2 years, okay, watching almost every video for over 2 years, say, well, I'm not into tarot cards. I think they're, made by the devil or something, so I'm no longer a fan of Johnny. Was that a joke? I mean, it didn't seem like a joke. It seemed serious.
Wait, because he's painting for tarot cards? Do you know how much those paintings are worth? Like, even if it wasn't by him, like for tarot cards.
He's saying he doesn't like tarot. He's saying he doesn't like tarot cards, so he's not a fan of Johnny anymore.
Yeah, so that's a stupid thing. I was like, oh, he's doing painting for tarot. Why would you be offended by tarot cards?
It could have been sarcasm, but I didn't take it like that. It's real. So I'd have to ask. I mean, I'm not going to judge people, and I'm in debt to this person, this subscriber. They've been supporting me for like years, but I kind of curious,
Maybe they're like superstitious and they think like tarot cards have to do with witchcraft, which is like not true at all. So it's like,
I'm pretty forgiving, man. I don't care what someone does. I mean, it's got to be really like a heinous crime for me to not like them and stop watching them. It's got to be real bad.
Hello to everybody in the chat, by the way. I didn't get to say hi yet.
You could say it again if you want. Say it as many times as you want. You could say hi for the next 20 minutes and we'll just say, all right, have a good night, guys.
Yeah, so the video of your son is adorable, by the way. How old is he now? I think, was that the one that was 3 the last time I saw him in the video?
He turned 5 last month.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You make cute kids.
He's a handful. He doesn't stop talking. He doesn't stop asking people things. He just doesn't stop.
That might be a good thing. He might be a famous YouTuber like you one day.
Yeah. I guess famous to certain people, I guess you could say.
Well, like, for example, my brother, he wouldn't shut up, like, even as a baby. And now he lives in the UK. He lives on and off in the UK and between UK and Seattle. And he does sports broadcasting. And he has a really, really good voice for it. But it all started because he would never shut up.
I follow politics too, but I can't talk about it on this channel because the fan base of mine is split down the middle. of left and right. It's like it's a very sharp contrast. So I really couldn't. I mean, I say I'm pretty much center right, but I'm pretty firmly in the center on most of the actual issues that are important, right? I just lean a little bit more right with most things. And I hear some people say the center left, feeling more left on some things, but I'm definitely not firmly on one side. I'm very mixed with the actual issues. So I couldn't really say I'm like, you know.
I'm not into politics, but I do think it's kind of crazy how, like, because there was assassination attempt on him, people are forgetting all the horrible things he did, including like trying to take over the Capitol building.
Well, there's arguments about that, whether how much.
Regardless, no one should be assassinated, but you shouldn't forget the facts of who he was before then.
Well, here's the thing. Well, we're not going to talk about this too long, but some people, including myself, think pretty much all politicians that get to a certain level are pretty much corrupt anyway and lie anyway. He's just one of them. Yeah. And for someone to like throw their fist in there right after they got shot is like really like kind of heroic and like kind of shows spirit, and people like that. So do you want somebody who shows spirit but lies and is corrupt, or someone who just lies and corrupt and is like a coward? That's pretty much how some people are looking at it now.
Oh, he just saw it as an opportunity to make himself look good.
I don't know, man.
I'm brave.
If you get shot, look, if you get shot, you're thinking, I just got shot. Let me take this opportunity. You're probably pretty, riled up and shit. And I don't know. I would think it's pretty genuine. I'm not gonna like say.
Yeah, but he's not gonna automatically win my vote because of that.
I'm gonna give someone the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Like the fucking guy got shot at. Come on. But
that's just crazy that they even have that roof covered.
We can't get into it. My original point was we can't get into it because my family is split. So I really can't take a side on anything, but it's fucking interesting. Let's just say that, no matter what side you're on. Anyway. All right. Let me try to bring it back to topic here, because we could go on about this forever.
What do you think about people keep saying that Johnny Depp has a girlfriend?
Oh, that's what I was talking about before. Yeah, I think he's got many girlfriends.
I don't think he really has a girlfriend. I think those are just his female friends. Because look what happened like right after the trial when he was about to go back to filming the Junior Jabari film, and there was a redhead that he was photographed with, and a few pictures, and people automatically jump in and say, "Oh, that's a secret lover. She's a lawyer. She's this, and that." And I was like, turns out no, she was actually his speech coach for when he speaks French in the film. So it's just
Okay, I think women have a very different outlook on what Johnny's doing behind closed doors and what they think he's doing than what men do. I think I'm just gonna be fucking honest. I think Johnny Depp is probably having sex and hooking up with as many women as he possibly can within reason, right? Within reason, safety, not getting them pregnant, not having STDs and things. And he's not sitting there. He was playing fucking rock and roll shows on a tour. You think he went home and went to sleep? No. He was hanging out with multiple women and having sex with probably whatever he was comfortable doing and felt like doing. That's what Johnny Depp was doing. That's what any of the men would do. That's what any man would do. And women like to think he's an artistic guy. He went to his hotel room and sold some paintings, and he's waiting for the right woman. No fucking way. That's my opinion as a guy.
I think, though, that right after the trial, when all that happened, I think he probably just wanted a breather. I don't think he was maybe now maybe he's doing the best thing, but when that picture came out with the redhead following him, it's like, no, she even came forward and said, no, I'm just his vocal coach for when he speaks French in the film.
Okay. He probably, when you say breather, what do you mean?
Like not getting into a heavy relationship.
That's not sex.
Someone it doesn't have to do with sex or whatever, but just the fact that you let someone in that close.
I'm talking about hooking up and physically being with women. I think for a very brief
but that's the thing. When you just got a heavy profile thing in general, it doesn't even have to be long term. It could be a one night stand. But when you let someone in that close, you're giving them the opportunity to try to abuse that situation to try to blackmail you.
Right.
So especially for him, I think he kind of took a step back before letting someone in right away.
All right, for caution, but not for lack of interest or desire, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He probably thought a little bit smarter and said, "Wait a minute, let me just collect myself." You don't want to just jump into someone you're still.
See, here's where we disagree. I don't necessarily think Johnny's better than that. I just think he's the same as everyone else.
Yeah. But I
What do you
think
mean? What do you mean
when
better?
that
What's better? He's the same as everyone. He's a regular guy, the same as any other guy. He's not
but
better
not all
than
guys sleep around like that. Not all guys
right,
are man whores. Sorry, I have to
right.
disagree with you there, John.
No, they're not. But like when presented opportunity, it's not easy. No, 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 no. A lot of guys don't have the opportunity, so they kind of get in relationships they say they're not, and but like naturally you just kind of desire it.
Yeah, but
I'm not a man
I
whore
said
myself.
not all
So
guys like that.
yeah, I
I've known
mean,
plenty of guys, and they're like
mhm.
no, they can't. For them in their mind, they can't physically do that unless it's someone they really care about.
They're not capable. I've been that guy, and I've told women that for years who are friends, but the truth is I wasn't always capable. Once you become capable, you're like, well, why would I not? For the most part. We call those guys AFC. They're called average frustrated guys. They're like the nice guy. They're not capable. So they say, I'm not capable, so I'll be happy with the few women I can get, and I'll say that I'm not that kind of guy. But I think naturally, or every guys have the
Yeah,
same impulse
when you say it like that, you make it sound like all men are man whores. Like they just bounce like a bee bouncing from flower to flower, and it really sounds disrespectful for men
right.
who are not
Well,
like that.
well, it's a biological instinct. It's not like a dick.
Well,
It's a
everyone
biological
have an instinct to
instinct.
do it, but you have the mindset to make a choice. Just because
Hmm.
you have an instinct, you're not gonna throw all common sense out the window.
No, of course, not every single day, every single time, but at a certain point, all I'm saying is I think the image is different. I think Johnny's closer
But
to the
you also gotta
regular guy,
remember he's
right?
older too. He's not gonna
Yeah.
be as young and has the stamina as he used to when he was younger.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like to be 60, I'll admit. But I feel great right now, and I'm gonna be 47.
Well,
I don't feel different than I was when I was like
you
21.
lost a lot of weight and you look healthier.
Yeah, I feel the same as I was when I was 21. I'm even better than I was, like physically and everything then. So, you know,
Would you say you got your second wind?
I guess. I mean,
It's probably from good eating too.
yeah. All right, I'm going too deep. My main point is I think the real Johnny is different than the perception of what people want him to be. Is what basically what I'm saying.
But we never know what's really behind the curtain.
Right.
But like I said, in Johnny's position, if I was him and I just got out of a big controversial court case, the last thing I'm going to do is jump into a bed with someone.
You're right, but
I'm
I'm
going to be
talking about the
cautious
reason.
about
I'm
it.
talking about the reasons. You're absolutely right. That's a great point, but that still doesn't erase the fact that he would have the desire to.
Oh no, everyone's human. Everyone's gonna have a
But you're
desire
right.
for
Yeah,
companionship. But I'm saying what the situation with the girl now, the Russian girl. I said it feels like the same situation when the trial had just ended. It was literally like a day or two after the trial ended, and people were taking pictures of someone who works for him, who was carrying his stuff, and she was following on into the car, and people like automatically assumed that she was his lover and all this kind of stuff. Until she came forward and says no, I just work for him. I'm his vocal coach.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, he's a great guy, but there's nothing like that. So please
Mm-hmm.
stop following me around. Please stop taking my picture. So it's just yes, I just think they're jumping with any female they see with him. They're automatically assuming it's his lover.
I mean, they just want to make news too. Like that's what I do. That's what I do to make money on YouTube is I take news and I get ad revenue for it, and whatever comes up, I'm going to cover, and they do the same thing. So,
Yeah, but you also always say, "Where's the proof? Where's the proof?" Don't just show a picture of them walking side by side. Show evidence that they're actually dating.
They've got to be holding hands because friends generally don't hold hands, right?
And none of the pictures they've been holding hands.
Right. And they've got to be kissing, I guess, on the lips or holding hands. And that would be, I guess, proof enough if someone snapped one of those candid photos.
Yeah, or in a loving embrace.
Right. Or one of them said on their Instagram, hey, we're a couple. What do they call it these days? An Insta official, Instagram official, going Instagram official.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, I gotta admit, I'm really interested. I'm really interested to see who his next relationship's gonna be. And I called it on. I have a video proof. I called it on Jason Momoa. I said the next woman he's gonna be with, who's gonna be younger. And obviously she was. I mean, it's not common sense. It's no big win. It's pretty easy. But there was some people
I just wanted
saying,
him to be happy. he deserves to be happy, especially after the hell he's been through for the last few years.
So sad. I mean, those people telling me like, well, you know, he still loves Lisa at heart. I was like, no, he doesn't. He loves her as a sister. He's got a special thing, but he's
always going to have love for her because she's the mother of his kids. But a romantic love, I think that probably passed. So he's going to have love for her for like a family member. Don't say sister because it sounds kind of weird because they have kids together.
Okay, I meant okay, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay.
So it's probably going to be like a platonic kind of love.
Even when he met her, he kind of admitted he was kind of starstruck, and it wasn't all about her. It was like she was on the Cosbys, and he was so.
She was always the woman he had a crush on. So it's kind of like he got to marry his TV crush.
Right. Yeah, that's why. So it wasn't always even like because it was all about her. Like if she was just like the manager at Home Depot, he wouldn't be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it," you know.
Yeah, and it's not like they had like a messy, dragged out long divorce. They both agreed on the divorce terms and remained civil for the health care of the kids and everything.
Yeah.
So they're both mature in that to know like, okay, we had a thing, it's not there anymore. We're gonna move on.
Yeah, those are the days. Those are such a great news. That was like the most epic news cycle ever with Johnny, and when all that stuff was going down. It was really, really an epic news. And you gotta look, it worked out in the end, and now everything's there's always gonna be a stain on Johnny's name for certain like idiots.
No,
but
like Johnny said, the truth is always gonna find its way out. The truth is always gonna prevail.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yep. So anyway. That's
a great picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that.
I like how the clerk is not even paying attention to him. He's like, "Oh, that's just Johnny Depp."
Well, he might have a customer. Oh no, he doesn't.
It looks like he's playing an arcade.
Well, he could be checking on something Johnny asked him about or whatever.
That looks like an arcade game behind him.
That could be too. What's this? Wait. Oh, wait, what? The 1D singer was seen heading into a recording studio with Johnny Depp and Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's been around since 2013. What?
He's been around a lot longer than that, actually. He just didn't blow up till afterwards.
He looks young. He looks real young, though.
Did you know Ed Sheeran grew up with a stuttering problem?
No.
And what got him out of it was by listening to Eminem, and he tried to rap along with Eminem.
That's weird.
So that's what got him into like speaking correctly, and it really pulled him into music. So when he got to meet Eminem for the first time, it was like he was so starstruck and everything. It was pretty cool.
Just looking for some. Elton John is sponsored as an AA sponsor. So many celebs get sober. Eminem and Johnny Depp, just to name two. That's interesting.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't do a video about the passing of Richard Simmons.
Nah, it's not really my realm of coverage.
Hi, Larby.
Yeah, I think the bottom line with Johnny is whoever he dates next, he'll be cautious with as far as like, what she's doing. I
bet he's probably going to listen to his kids this time.
Maybe.
Because his son and his daughter told him right from the start they have a bad feeling about Amber. To be careful, he didn't listen. And his daughter just did not like her. She liked her, and she tried to like her at the beginning, but she's just like, no, there's something missing with this lady.
The only one who had a good feeling about Amber was Amber's sister. That's about it.
Amber's sister's the only one that stands up for her.
Yeah.
She's the only one that showed up at court.
Feeling. Amber's sister and that creepy Me Too lawyer.
No. Yeah, even iToilet didn't even show up to the court. She just did a video.
Oh, right. What happened to Io? Damn, I should check on Io. That was such fun days, man, with those Io videos and stuff. That was good. Having lots of live streams. Colonel Kurtz, even Tug once in a while. Now everyone's like kind of went their own ways, so
Have you been watching House of the Dragon?
Yeah, it's really good.
I find it funny that the Acolyte keeps coming up with these excuses of why they didn't have good viewerships and this and that. Like, oh, they just don't like women in power or this and that. And it's like, House of the Dragons have 2 women in power, and they're mostly like the main focal point of the story right now.
Right. And not
So
even two, but there's other female characters also, like the
yeah.
the one that just died recently, the old one that died in jail.
Spoilers. Shh. There's some people who haven't seen the season yet.
Yeah, that's true. All right, the older one who was a dragon
The aunt,
rider.
the cousin.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Game of Thrones has good balance. There's plenty of powerful male characters too. It just has a good
Oh,
balance, right?
yeah.
So
I know everyone keeps saying their favorite Doctor Who character was what, David Tennant, whatever his name is. I can't remember. For me, it's always been the guy who plays Darian Targaryen right now, Matt.
mhm,
I think he was the better Doctor Who, but that's just my
mhm.
opinion. So I was really happy to see when he got put into the show. I mean, at first I thought he might not be able to play a good Darian because Darian's supposed to be really, really, really handsome, kind of like a Chris Hemsworth type handsome.
Okay.
But no, he pulls it off perfectly. Like his attention to detail to how the character's behavior is, especially his temperament, and especially like wanting to go to war. Like he is like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know
I
who's
think
writing the
really
show.
talented.
I don't know if they have female writers or whatever they have, but it's pretty damn good right now.
It's George R. R. Martin. He's still
Right.
what he is this time around he's actually putting his foot down. When it came to Game of Thrones, he kind of like just like was there just supervising, but
Mhm.
he lost interest after they stopped listening to him. And
Right.
so he left like right before, it was like around season 6 or 7 when he left, because he was so mad that they killed off 20 characters that shouldn't have even been killed off yet.
Right. Yeah, and the way
And
Barrister died was terrible.
he just hated it. He's like it's no longer my show. Like they took over. And then when season 8 came around, and the two show writers started rushing through everything and not listening to how George R. R. Martin wanted the story to end,
Mhm.
because they wanted to do Star Wars. So that's why
Right.
the last
And they
season
never
was the
not gonna
worst.
do it. Anyway, it's not gonna happen, so
Yeah. So he said this time around he's not going to do that. He's actually there. So you could tell he's there because he pays attention to so much details and everything. So I think that's why he's doing like really well. And it actually brought some people back, like people who stopped watching Game of Thrones who were so frustrated with it. They actually started coming back because of how good House of the Dragon is.
Mhm.
And I guess
Yeah,
like all
no.
the actors are actually like putting their all into it. You can tell they really care about
Yeah.
the scene they're doing and not trying to push a political
I should
message.
actually make a couple of videos on that. Why the hell not?
It'd be fun. You probably get a lot of views.
Nah, I don't think so. Honestly, nothing gets views except like Johnny theme, and even Amber theme still gets views. That's just,
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
like because there's a lot of people doing like House of the Dragon like recap or
yeah.
explanation and stuff like their videos actually really do really well.
What I could do is articles more of like the human angle of the actors and things, like they're, like real, like House of Dragon related stuff. I couldn't do like narrative, like this is the plot. I think this will happen. I can't do that shit.
No, like yeah. But I was really interested when I found out that both actresses who played the adult version of Allison and the adult version of Rhaenyra Targaryen, they actually went to theater school together. So when they both got cast for the show as the adult version of these characters, they were really like happy and shocked to find out that it was them two playing against each other, because they said it was like going right back to when they were in theater school before they were even, popular actors.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like,
No,
oh, that's
I
pretty
mentioned
cool.
female writers because the Alkalite has female writers, so I was wondering,
They
like,
have
if
female writers who know nothing about Star Wars,
right.
who's never really written anything
Oh, I
big
know.
besides little blogs.
Right. But
And
what I'm
so, of
saying
course,
is if you could compare the two writing staffs, then that would be the best comparison.
yeah. And a lot, if you're going to have a show and have writers, you want to want the best writers you can find, regardless of gender, regardless of race. It's going to be more of the quality of your work.
Right.
So that's, that's what I would do if it was handing over my baby, my book that I spent years writing and got a big fan base on. I'm not just going to hire anyone. Oh, because you're female, you're hired. Like, no,
Right.
that's not.
No,
I'm going to
it's
hire
all
you.
deliberate. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's out of whack. Like, so like Lucasfilms used to have like, it was pretty much male dominated staff. I mean, which is one, you could say something if you want about that. But the point is, when they made the switch, it's very deliberate that they were looking to switch gender, not because they thought the men were doing a bad job or whatever. They were looking to make that change socially and everything,
Yeah.
so it's just
The other
obvious.
thing they forget is with a lot of these franchises that have big fan bases, we like it the way it was intended to
Oh, yeah,
be. So the fact you
absolutely.
start changing it, we're not gonna like it because us as women, that's not why we started to like it and begin with.
Oh, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
the original Star Wars. Okay? I love Darth Vader. It didn't matter it was a male. It didn't matter if the person playing his voice was someone of color. I didn't care about that.
I didn't
I
even. I
cared
didn't know.
about
I don't know
what
as
I
a
was
teenager.
watching on the screen, and I
Right.
can empathize with Vader, like how he was. And then when they start changing it and making all these weird, stupid thing, like in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show, and how stupid it was, it just made me so angry as a Darth Vader fan. So
Yeah,
just
it was
like
what a missed chance to do something great. That just makes me nauseous.
I felt like it was
They could
such
have
a
done
waste
so good on
of
that.
a good
Right.
character. Like Rogue One, I loved it. I loved the way they did it. I loved the horror aspect of it when he just shows up in the darkened hallway, like you just see his saber first, and then
Daisy
he
knows.
emerges. So yeah,
The power of one, the power of two, the power of
so
many.
many. Oh god,
That was that was objectionably bad. That was like a High School Musical. It was so bad.
high school. Don't insult High School Musical compared to
I
that.
know, right?
Jeez,
I
they
know.
made more money.
Sorry. You're right. You're right. It was worse than that.
This is like listening to like I don't know, your great aunt or something trying to sing in the shower, who's like a heavily chain smoker who can't
Right.
carry a tune.
Okay, that's a little better.
But
So,
like, there's so many things. Like, come on, they burned down the whole entire witches' covenant, or whatever that's inside the mountain that's made of stone. How does stone catch on fire? And then
yeah,
in
it
one
was
scene, you can
bad.
actually see the oil they put on the floor to make the fire catch on fire for the shot of the scene. Like you can see it right there. Like, where did that come from? That wasn't there. The skirt didn't pour gasoline on the floor.
Mm.
And even so,
But
it's like it's stone.
I'm totally with you. I didn't see it, so I can't really say. But
So like there's twin sisters. One's Osha, one's May. Osha wants to join the Jedi. May doesn't want her to go. So May locks her up in the room and starts a fire by burning her journal and throwing the journal on the floor. So that causes all the stone to catch on fire. And then
Mm.
later on, she's trying to say like the Jedi killed our family and blah 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 blah. I'm just like, no, you did. You set the whole entire place on fire. And then she got mad because like uh Squid Game guy like told Osha, oh yeah, May started the fire, so that's what caused everyone to die. So May's
Squid
like,
Game guy.
why?
That's the
Why did
critical
you tell him
drinker.
I
Squid
did it?
Game
It's like,
guy.
because you did it. You set the fire.
But I gotta wrap it up. I'm over an hour here, so
Oh.
it's about midnight. Got work tomorrow, so just gotta wrap it up. And figured I'd do a live stream. I do like I don't know about every week or something. So thank
Well,
you,
thank you for
Bernice.
having me.
Bye.
Sorry, my mic and
No,
camera
it's
wasn't
fine.
working earlier.
Let's just do some thanks before we go. Thank you, Di for JD. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Who else is there?
Is
Bosette.
Zarvi?
Yes. Hey, thank you. And you've got a channel, so if you want to put that in the description or whatever.
Yes. Trying to exit the full screen. I don't have my link opened up at the moment, so I'm trying to get it. I think you probably found me faster.
Hmm.
Oh, here it is.
I try, Bernice. I'll probably do another one next week. I don't know. I should do more, but it just depends on my mood, when the kids fall asleep, stuff like that. If I've got hot chocolate. Sometimes I don't have hot chocolate, and I don't feel like doing one.
Oh my god, it's not letting me push the link. Why, YouTube? Why are you being mean to me?
You should be able to because you're a mod.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, if you guys like help Osaka out with a little sub, and we got to go. You guys have a great evening, and if you're not subscribed here, which you probably all are, and you don't subscribe, I'll be sad.
Please hit the like button.